Here we are in mid-chapter 2 review, exercises numbers 21 through 26, and we're solving the following. Notice these are absolute values. And how do we undo absolute values? By splitting up the equation once we get the absolute values by themselves. This one, the absolute value of 3x plus 3 equals negative 5. We should note we're at a negative right now. Absolute value equals a negative? No, the absolute value is always positive. So there is no way we can ever make this positive number equal negative 5. No solution. Don't even have to do any work on that one. Number 22. Let's add 5 to both sides. So we get 2, absolute value of negative 7x plus 6. Equals 36 by adding 5 to both sides there. Divide by 2, so we get the absolute value by itself equals 18. Now the absolute value of this equals 18. That's a positive number, so yeah, we split it into two of them. We get negative 7x plus 6 can equal 18, or negative 7x plus 6 equals a negative 18. And solve these two individuals. Yeah, if this is 18 or negative 18, the absolute value will turn it into the positive 18. So subtract 6 and we get negative 7x equals a negative 24, and divide by negative 7. X equals a 24 sevenths. Great. Subtract 6 over here and we get negative 7x equals 12. Divide by a negative 7, we get x equals negative 12 sevenths. Excellent. All right, next one, number 23. Divide both sides by a negative 2 and we get absolute value of 3x, let's make that bigger, minus 4 equals 15. Yeah, that'll absolute value equaling a 15. Yeah, that comes from 3x minus 4 equaling a negative 15, or it can come from 3x minus 4 equaling 15. So yeah, whatever's in the absolute values equaling a 15 or a negative 15 will cause this to have a solution. Add 4 and we get 3x equals negative 11. Divide by 3 and we get x equals negative 11 thirds. Over here, add 4, we get 3x equals 19. Divide by 3 and we get x equals 19 thirds. Excellent. Those are the two answers there. Number 24. Just like this splitting up into one with a negative, one with a positive, if this equals that guy directly, the absolute values will equal each other, or if we equal negative of each other, then we'll also get an answer. So we're going to split it up the same way. We're going to have it written just normal. 12p plus 13 equals 7p minus 1. Or over here, 12p plus 13 equals the opposite of this, which is negative 7p plus 1. All right, let's solve these. So we get a positive, or they equaling each other, and then a negative one right over here. So add 7p and you get 19p. Subtract 13 and you get a negative 12. P equals a negative 12 19ths. Over here, if you subtract 7p, you get 5p, and subtract 13 equals a negative 14. Divide by 5 and you get p equals a negative 14 fifths. So p is a negative 14 fifths and p is a negative 12 19ths, so the answer is for 24. All right, number 25. Same thing we did on 24, this equaling that and this equaling the opposite of that. So 3x plus 4 equaling the opposite, so negative 7x plus 1. And the other is 3x plus 4 equaling 7x minus 1. So again, it splits like that. One with a normal positive where they're equal to each other, and then where they're equal to the opposite of each other, and their absolute values will come out to equal the same. So solving this one, add 7x to both sides and we get 10x over here. Subtract 4 from both sides and we get negative 3. So x is going to be negative 3 tenths. There we go. And then subtract 3x over here, we get 4x. Add 1 and we get a 5. So x equals, let me see, divide by 4, that's x equals 5 fourths. Good. And then the last one, number 26. I'm going to split it two different ways. We have 3x equals the opposite of this, so negative 6x plus 7. and then 3x equals this exactly, 6x minus 7. All right, so add 6x and we get 9x equals 7. So x equals a 7/9. And then subtract 6x, we get negative 3x equals a negative 7. Divide by a negative 3 and we get positive 7/3. So 7/9 and 7/3. All right, good.